Shoot, I do not know if I'm mirror imaged or not. Wish I knew how to do that. Well, welcome everyone to my first live of the year. I know I'm like a little early, but I wanted to make sure all my stuff worked. Plus, I'm on this new stool. This could be interesting. I'm on this new stool. It swivels. So that could be distracting. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I don't know what to do with my mic. I think I need to like a little bit closer. I don't want to move too close and be cut off. Working out all the new kinks. No, this way. Okay. All right, friends. So I've done lives, on Instagram before. So this is my first one on YouTube, but I'm so excited. So for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Megan McKernan. I'm a licensed clinical social worker for over 12 years now. I started my therapy practice, Clarity Wellness Solutions, in June of 2020. But it's all virtual, so I don't have an office. And I'm very blessed to have several clinicians contract for me, but unfortunately, I don't get to see them all the time in an office. So I'm just here in my home office, and that's where I do all my virtual sessions. Hello, Allison. Welcome. Can you hear me? Tell me if you can't hear me or if I need to move closer to the mic. Just want to make sure everyone can hear me. So yeah, I'm in my home office that I do all my virtual sessions in and record a lot of social media content. So I started an online presence obviously to market the practice. But I like doing these lives because it's a way for me to conquer my fear of public speaking. And I feel like I can reach a lot of people, by being online. Yes, can hear you. Yay. Okay, I promise that's not me commenting. That's probably my husband, Megan McKernan. Yeah, thanks, Brian. Okay. Awesome. Okay, cool. So yeah, I feel like doing this is a way for me to conquer my fear of public speaking, and that fear is based out of anxiety, but it's there because I get nervous that I'm not going to be able to articulate, what I want to say. But I really don't mind like getting questions. So if if my anxiety gets the best of me at times and I say something that doesn't make sense, like feel free to comment, message me, ask me questions. I really don't mind providing clarity if I can. So even though that fear is there, it's pretty irrational because I feel like I could handle, questions. I do handle questions on a pretty daily basis. So it stems from my own anxiety, my own trauma history, my own trauma symptoms. But anyways, thank you again for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hopefully it means you are as passionate about mental health as I am. I'm very, very passionate about trying to break the stigma against mental health, mental illness. And that kind of leads me into my main topic today, because I still see misinformation and words, phrases that I feel like are problematic online. And so I wanted to address that today. And I just wanted to say this is just my opinion. I have a lot of years of experience. I've got my whole lifetime dealing with my own anxiety. So I've got my own personal experience. But I've got 14 years of experience in the field and 12 of them as a licensed professional. So I draw on all that experience really to formulate these opinions. But they're just my opinions. So take what you want, leave what you want. But what is this? What is this? What if the therapist tells me I'm crazy? This article was published earlier this month in January of 2023. And I showed this article to my marketing team, my lovely marketing team of creative geniuses that are not social workers or therapists, and they were appalled by this. Like, what is this? I thought that we knew better about not at least trying to phase out words like crazy. Use them in your personal life all you want. I don't give a crap, but like publishing an article about mental health, about therapy, when we're trying to get people into therapy and to focus on their mental health, you're going to use this word in a headline. I really cannot. I was flabbergasted when I read this, and I had to address it. I had to address this. And I read the article, and I honestly, I don't know. I'll try to believe in the validity for, I don't know what word I'm looking for. I just don't know if this actually happened. I want to believe that this person actually had a client come into therapy and at the end of their intake session actually asked the client, so am I crazy? I've never had a client ask me that ever. Not once. Not once have I had a client directly ask me that. And so maybe it happens. I don't want to say it doesn't, but in my experience, it's never happened. Do clients talk about how they're hurt because someone else has maybe called them that? Sure. But like I've never been asked that directly by a client. And so maybe it happens. And so I guess that's why this person felt the need to write this article. But no therapist is going to tell you that. First of all, no therapist is going to use that word. They're just not in a clinical diagnostic setting. They're not going to use that word, and that's why I just had such a reaction and response to when I saw this headline, because just no, no. I would never say that. I would never use that word. And if a client mentioned that or something, someone called them that, sure, let's unpack that. Let's process that and like what that word means. But if a therapist is going to tell you that or call you that, like run away, run far away. It's not in our repertoire. Like we know better, I feel like, as mental health clinicians. And so if that's a fear of someone's, again, perfectly valid fear to be called that because it means someone else probably has called them that. But like, why are we phrasing articles as this? Like, I'm sorry, I just can't understand why someone thought this was a good way to try to encourage people to get into therapy. Like, truly, I wish everyone had a therapist, just as if they had a primary care doctor, This is not the way to do that, friends. And so that's why I just had to speak out about this, because no mental health clinician is gonna say that, would ever say that. And I just, yeah, I'm just so sorry if someone has, if a therapist has out there, my apologies on their behalf because they're not trained um, in mental health and like being compassionate, providing compassionate mental health. I'll say that. So, this reminded me of how, I feel like we're so much better as a society not using phrases like committed suicide. We've really tried to say die by suicide because committed sounds like you've committed a crime. And, dying by suicide is not a crime. I suppose it was at one point, and I'm so glad that we don't live in a time where that is a thing anymore. And so we've changed our language, thankfully. And and this just kind of reminds me of that, like we go to therapy, we work on our mental health just like we work on our physical health. And just trying not to associate words like crazy with that, because I do think it increases the stigma, it perpetuates the stigma rather than decrease it. that's that's my soapbox, people. That is why I was so frustrated when I saw that headline, like in in this day and age. I thought we knew better as mental health clinicians than to use that type of language in a realm where we're trying to decrease the stigma, not increase it, get more folks to care about their mental health into therapy. And, I really hope that I can do that because that's my passion, is to get more folks caring about their mental health, educating folks, and dear God, not calling people crazy. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine going to therapy and feeling that way and being and like a therapist saying that. So if you're worried about that, again, valid fear. If a therapist says that, run away, run far away. Because I promise that's not who you want to be with. The right therapist is not going to say that. And so I just can't imagine writing an article about that. So anyways, I feel like I'm rambling now. I thank you for tuning in and watching this and commenting, and don't believe all of these clickbaity headlines that are, I think, just trying to get views. I don't know. Please stay kind to yourself. Tune in next month. I'll hopefully have something else to vent about. And yeah, thank you for tuning into my YouTube live, and I will see you all next month. All right, stay kind to yourself.